In today's video, we're visiting some of London's most notorious tourist traps and weighing up if they're really worth the cost, so let's get started. Our first tourist trap of this particular trip is Madame Tussauds London, a place where you can go and see wax for £42 per person. I could buy a whole candle set for 42 quid. This place gets so busy, I genuinely think people come here thinking they're going to meet real celebrities. Please, no pictures. Single-handedly winning me fantasy football this year. Cheers, man. Something new at Madame Tussauds London. This is completely different. Not seen this before. I get people wanting to see the figures and things, but queuing up? Really? Could you direct me to the toilets, please, Stephen? If £42 wasn't enough, you can pay an extra 35 quid for a wax hand. 35 quid. I'm surprised they haven't thrown these two in the bin yet. You can have a photo with the royal family, but you have to pay extra for the pleasure. I call that one a royal rip-off. That new Pennywise waxwork's brilliant. If static waxwork celebrities are your cup of tea, then you're going to feel right at home here. It's getting a little bit spooky now as we enter the chamber of horrors. It stinks down here. You're fine. An attraction where you can have a photo with serial killer Dennis Nielsen. It's very cheerful stuff, this. See you I'm going this way to get ahead of the queue. And there's a ride you can go on. Being told that it's been recently refurbished. Spirit of London, of London, of London. You are now going back. Better theme than most theme parks in the UK. I'm not quite sure what's going on at this point. The Spirit of London is immortalised. I'm sliding all over the show. I'm completely lost with what's going on now. There's a big old eye. We're going into a cinema to watch a Marvel 4D movie. Right, so Madame Tussauds London, it wasn't worth £42. I'd probably pay around 25 for it, but it had a ride, it had a cinema, it had interactive sets and photo ops, so I definitely don't think it's worth 42, but it's okay. But I kind of felt out of place, didn't feel like a tourist, so I'm going to have to get some tourist attire. This is too much, isn't it? This is way too much. London themed condoms, eat my baguette. Fully equipped with my brand new tourist, 11 quid for this, as we're in the heart of Westminster, where we've got the London Eye, we've got a river cruise, we've got SeaLife, we've got Shrek's Adventure, and we've got the dungeons. But because we can only take you into SeaLife out of the ones down there, we're going to take you into there. There's a second tourist trap on this particular video. It's 39 quid to get into SeaLife, 39 quid. Which is ridiculous to see some fish. And the most torturous thing is, next to it is a fish and chip stand. There's some expensive fish down there. It's very therapeutic. There's no fish in that one. I don't know. There's no fish. See, there's fish in this one. Yeah, there's fish. Actual fish.
Shocker at SeaLife Centre. Yeah.
There's no point finding Nemo, he's bloody everywhere. It's all the sequels that they've planned. It's definitely not just fish that they have, they've got bits of everything, like a little zoo. After paying £39 to come in here, you can pay an extra £7 to put a VR headset on and go in the ocean. I think I'll pass. And the SeaLife in London has penguins. Absolutely no shame going into the kids' little crawl through thing. Oh. There's nothing in here. It smells very, very fishy in here. £39 to see some fish. probably would have put that at about 25 for that particular experience. 39 is a little bit of a stretch. So the next tourist trap on our list for today is the London Eye, which costs a whopping £42 for 30 minutes, which is already more than long enough for a Ferris wheel. We're going on it, but my God, what a tourist trap. You have to step on while it's moving, that's terrifying. Alright, let the 30 minutes begin. I hope everything's screwed on properly. I don't like heights. It is the definition of a tourist trap, because I feel trapped in this fucking pod. Speaking of tourist traps, you can actually pay to go to the top of there. Thankfully we're not up here for long. In fact, we're cruising down. Speaking of cruising, the London River Cruise is a great way to check out the city, with a guide going over each attraction as and when you pass it. There are seats outdoors and indoors for all weather, and it's certainly one of the most affordable tourist attractions, with tickets costing £15.50, which is much cheaper than an open top bus tour that shows you around the exact same places. Why would you buy a jumper with or a hoodie with the London Eye? I don't understand. That's 30 minutes of my life I will never get back, because the views up there are pretty much identical to the views down here. I personally put that at about a tenner. You should really be not paying more than a tenner for any Ferris wheel anywhere. Wow. Have a guess. How much? £20 and 45 pence. This is turning into a really expensive day. It's not bad though. So it should be £20 and 45 pence. That was nice, but financially that was painful. That's about £10 spend up in Stoke. So all in all, I think that's hands down the most expensive fish and chips I've ever had. Up next on our tourist traps list is the Tower of London over there, which costs £35 a ticket to get inside. Somewhere around here is the Crown Jewels. And that's all I've come to see, if I'm entirely honest with you, because I've never ever been here before. Nice rack. That room, and then you're back outside. That was the entire torture section. So far it's a lot of building with not a lot to look at. Just keep thinking to myself, 35 quid. That means we've come on a very quiet day. We're going inside to see the Crown Jewels, but if you look there, it's giving me flashbacks, because at Alton Towers there is a ride called Gangster Granny, where your job is to steal the Crown Jewels. I won't be stealing them today though, I'm just not feeling up to it really. Maybe tomorrow. Oh, we can't film them. Right, so we've just seen the Crown Jewels, and perhaps some of the biggest vault doors that I've ever seen in my entire life, but you can't film in there. The reason, they said, is because they don't want people to exploit any security vulnerabilities in the area and in the building where the jewels are held. Surely you should have adequate security already? No one's getting in there anytime soon, but I kept getting flashbacks of Johnny English. Like every 5 seconds. £35, is it justifiable? I think it depends. I think if you're a historian and you have a keen passion for history and you want to see the Crown Jewels, then maybe it's worth it to you. I'd probably opt for a guided tour so that you could actually get a bit of background information. I didn't think there was enough written about things dotted on the outside. It's an attraction heavily reliant on just the Crown Jewels, and £35 just to see them is quite crazy. I'd put that at about £10 to £15 in actual value that I'd probably pay for that particular experience, not 35 quid. Now, tourist traps don't just start and end at attractions. I think there's one in particular that we've got to visit. It's one of the biggest tourist attractions right here in the heart of Piccadilly Circus. I've got to be careful holding my phone out in London. It might not stay in my hand very long. Nothing says tourist trap like a restaurant with a merchandise store. We got a burger. Buy some booties. I can't go anywhere without being reminded of Stoke. That's the biggest onion I've ever seen. To be fair, it is nice. 26 quid! Merch. Lots of merch. If £26 for a burger is not expensive enough for you, how about 50 quid for a hoodie? Or 20 quid for a cap? Or 15 quid for a pin badge? They should take some of their own advice with those prices. Right, we're currently in King's Cross Station, the filming location for one of the Harry Potter movies, but we can't find this particular tourist trap. Where is it? Platform 9. Holy shit balls! Run, Harry! And right there is a queue for people taking photos with a wall. There is a Harry Potter shop to indulge in with all your highly inflated Harry Potter merch. Oh my god. I've got these on Temu. I can't lie though, it does look great. Right, I've got my ticket. Let's go. It didn't work. In today's video, we've seen a lot of tourist traps, but paying £20 to have a photo with a wall, that wasn't even the wall used in the Harry Potter scene, or any of the scenes shot in King's Cross. It's probably the biggest tourist trap of the lot. And on that very sad bombshell, hit the like button, subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.